Okay, so we're going to go over the answers to the questions on exploring tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Question 1, which is larger, 1/10th or 1/100th? Well, if I had a whole of something and I split it up into 10 equal parts and I looked at one of those parts and then I took a same size whole as something else and I split it into 100 pieces and looked at one of those pieces, well, the 1/10th piece would be much larger than the 100th piece because the tenth was split up into fewer pieces. Question 2. What decimal says 2/100ths? Well, that would be 0.02 because the 2 is in the hundredths place value. Remember, that's the second place value to the right of the decimal. So here's the decimal. I would go 2 spots over and put a 2 to say 2/100ths. Question 3. How do you say 0.003 in words? Well, looking at the place values, the first one that's to the right of the decimal is the tenths place value, and then I have the hundredths, and then the thousandths. So I have a 3 in the thousandths. That makes it 3/1000ths. Question 4. Is 1/1000th smaller or larger than 1,000? So this is a part of a whole, right? So if I took one whole and split it up into 1,000 pieces and looked at one of those pieces, that would be a very small portion, whereas this is actually 1,000 wholes, which makes 1,000th much smaller than 1,000. And lastly, question 5 was, how many hundredths are in one whole? Well, the answer is 100, because again, if I split one whole up into 100 pieces, each one of those pieces would be 100th. So how many of those hundredths are in one whole? 100, because 100 hundredths equals one whole.